is going to fuck with. And assholes, they fight back. They don't just say, oh, sorry, maybe I did something wrong there. Let's work to friends, get along. An asshole will be like, go fuck yourself, man. Why would you do that? And they don't have a problem being disagreeable, and they don't have a problem fighting for what they believe in. Now, some assholes are narcissistic, and what they believe in is just their own misguided self-interest, but not all of them, right? So, but in any case, they are willing to fight for what they believe and what they want, and that's what makes them more safe to women than guys who aren't willing to fight. Assholes also often know that people don't like them, and they've developed a kind of social callus around that, which gives them a social freedom. When you talk to most guys, the thing that paralyzes them socially, whether it's with other guys at parties to make new friends or with women picking them up, is they're afraid that they're going to look awkward or they're going to say something and people aren't going to like them. But when you're an asshole, people already don't like you. I mean, what's the fucking threat here? You know what I'm saying? So because I'm used to people not liking me, because there are people today right now who don't like me and I can deal with it, I have a social freedom that you don't. I can speak my truth because I know what happens when people disapprove or disagree with me and they hate me. Not much. Like, they get all bent out of sorts and life goes on. Assholes often get into trouble because they also understand that rules are, this is going to sound shitty, but rules are really just suggestions to maintain social cohesion at the mass level. But every rule has an exception. Every rule was created by people, and so every rule can actually be undone by people as well. An asshole knows that it's not a virtue to simply follow a rule because it's a rule. Like, it has to make sense.
I really like that. It has to have meaning, Why is that rule there? Why, who created it? Why must I follow it? Why do I have to be submissive to this rule? There are certain rules that actually make sense and they are understood by you, which you would give a pass, but there are certain rules that you feel like they are malleable, and there are things that you don't respect. There are things that you want to actually get past because they are obstructing you from getting to where you want to get. And don't get me wrong, because I know this can be looked at in a negative light, but does not necessarily mean breaking the law or doing violence and stuff like that. Those ones make more sense. But there are certain rules in society. There are certain rules, even that different governments put in place that doesn't really benefit people as individuals, and you will not necessarily want to follow those rules because they don't really make sense to you and they don't really benefit you in the long run. So we're almost getting to the end of the video. Let's just wrap this up.
It has to support, I guess, his goals, whether they're personal or the social goals. And he doesn't mind necessarily transgressing those rules from time to time and getting into trouble. Because trouble is not really a real concept in many respects. Some of the darkest moments that some of the people I look up to have been in were really ways for them to launch their careers and their missions to an even higher, greater level. Like when Dr. King was arrested and thrown into the Birmingham jail, do you really think that he was in trouble? I mean, he has a mugshot. He was arrested. There he was in jail in handcuffs. That's about as bad as it gets in today's society. But it was an opportunity for him to write some letters, and it was then a pivot point to draw even more attention to a social cause, which generated even more momentum. Trouble, like a master can use anything to his benefit. Trouble is wasted on those on just the unmasterful. Like nothing can go to waste to a master. Not a crisis, not a disaster, not a disagreement. Anything can be used to serve once you understand reality, once you have experience and expertise, and once you know what your purpose and mission is. Anything can be used to further that. You have nothing to fear. So I would say that in many respects, that's why women like assholes.
Excellent.
All right, that'll be the end of this video. Thank you guys very much for sticking to the end. This was fascinating. We had a lot of talking points, lots of interesting things to talk about. I will dive more into topics like this because they are very interesting. They help us understand our nature. They help us understand ourselves as human beings and how to cohabitate, how to be strategic about what we want to do in our lives. It helps us logically think and to have a plan for ourselves and know how to navigate to actually get our goals. Achieving our goals is very important to us. I know that. And if you are not being strategic about what you want to do, you are probably part of somebody's strategy in getting to what they want to do. So it's better to have your plan, better to be sensible and strategic, and to be smart and to understand ourselves. It has huge benefits, as that's always shown in so many people's relationships and people's lives. So thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you tap in and subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with who you think might benefit from it, and check out my previous videos. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace and love. Bye.